This dude is in excruciating pain.
Oh my God.
I don't even have the needle on you right now.
Oh, that won't hurt, son.
It's a nightmare. I cannot get any area of solid, clean tattooing on this guy, and I'm
All right.
You have 6 hours to give your canvas a realistic landmark tattoo that shows dimension. Your time starts now.
Let's get to it. Let's do it.
In giving Tattoo Baby Mount Rushmore, I don't know how she's gonna fit 4 heads on a mountain in 6 hours. Have at it, baby.
I think you got a good one.
My plan of action is to give him part of Mount Rushmore, a corner side where you only see 2 presidents and the flag behind it.
So far, so good. I'm almost done with the faces.
It's gonna be badass.
This is pretty flat. It's all hit with like a direct light. I'm gonna use different line depths to really make this thing pop and show dimension.
There's absolutely no dimension into this tattoo. Josh has spent way too much time on his actual line work when he should have really been spending more time on his shading.
Don't bring negativity into my space, and we'll be good.
Negativity. I am super stoked to have somebody that can see, after only meeting him for a few minutes, that he is a big freaking jerk.
Obviously, Josh was talking because he can't compete, but when it comes down to it and you have to put up, I don't think he's got it.
2 more hours, everybody.
I'm happy that I got the Brooklyn Bridge. I should be able to rock this. The picture itself is gonna show dimension automatically. You've been to this point in the bridge right here? Like, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, see it all the time.
ES's tattoo, man, there's a lot of things wrong with it. On the wires, his lines aren't all straight, so he's shading them dark over it just to kind of compensate that. He's just missing the mark.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up, machine's down. No more ink. This week, we asked you to use dimension to tattoo a recognizable landmark. ES.
The picture's, a good picture to choose, like, as far as perspective and the way it fits the arm. With so much line work, there should be different sizes. Everything's equally the same thickness, and it kind of loses itself.
Had you have used a thin liner and done those bridge lines lightly, it wouldn't look as similar. Everything looks the same. That's where Joey did everything so tiny and fine and then had those heavy areas. It's night and day.
2 different bridges, though, if you think about it.
At the end of the day, having to go apples to apples, yours versus his, you see the major differences.
Joshua, do you think that you were given this canvas by Jason intentionally?
I mean, the whole group's kind of sat down and said, oh yeah, it's now a game of giving Josh whatever we don't understand. So I've kind of slipped into that role of being the bad guy.
The difference here, bro, is I want a healthy competition. I'm just trying to stir the pot. You, on the other hand, do out of malicious intent.
So now you see what I've been dealing with.
This is probably the best canvas for you. It was one of the most outline-intensive designs. You've shown your strength in outlining throughout this competition, but where's the contrast? Where's the dark shadow? Where's the depth? You've got a lot of solid area of this light gray color. You don't have any shading. You miss the mark of the day, which is dimension.
Tattoo Baby.
I do like the shape of this tattoo, like the way it fits the side of the leg. I like the flag, the color works awesome, but you lose it in the faces. On one side of Lincoln's face, it would be darker, and you have white on both eyelids. That makes it unrealistic.
That rich black silhouette of Lincoln's face carrying over to the other face is exactly what you need in this. It would have made the color pop. It would have made everything look so much better. You invented a half a portrait for nothing. You screwed yourself on this one.
ES, Tattoo Baby, Joshua. Your tattoos fell flat, and one of you will be packing your machines. The Human Canvas jury had a very difficult deliberation. The jury voted that Tattoo Baby had the worst tattoo of the day.
These faces, they're just bad. There's no other word other than unacceptable for this.
When I was done with it, I was actually pretty satisfied. But then coming here and getting your critique, I'm just reevaluating it and learning from it.
You're not doing the things that got you voted back. Your head's elsewhere. And unfortunately, it really shows on this client.
Yes.
This was my least favorite tattoo. I just didn't like how it fades off into nothing.
If I would have put some clouds back there, it would have smoothed out the whole effect.
It's not even only about the background. It just wasn't thought through the way it was just gonna fade off. It just wasn't up to par.
Joshua.
You did such a flat piece. You overdid it with the outline, left yourself no time to put any shading in here, and today is Dimension Day. It's a bummer that someone with such a technical outline is down here in the bottom.
I have a flat wall. Literally, it was an impossible task.
Maybe you were just shaking your head. What were you thinking?
I think you could have put dimension into that piece.
You guys do know that I am the most technically capable person in this competition, and I'm a few bad decisions away from being one of the best artists here.
I disagree. You've been asking for certain things, and he hasn't given those things, and he's been here in the bottom a lot of times.
Upstairs in the house, all he does is cause problems, man, you know?
Up in the house, all I do is defend myself against all your attacks.
We don't attack you.
Everybody
We're just...
does.
I don't bust out excuses. What kind of honor is that?
The judges have decided. Yes, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
It comes down to which one of these tattoos has the most weaknesses.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
I think the judge's decision was wrong. It's like a slap in the face. Josh should have went home. I could draw way better than that kid any day. It's whack, it's bull.
All right, you have 6 hours to tattoo your canvas's spine, and your time begins now.
All right, let's do this. Spine tattoos require finesse for the simple fact that you have to line up the tattoo perfectly on the spine to fit the body, and they're very painful.
Okay, this bottom section I'm gonna have to move because your spine's a little bit off.
Today I'm looking for a straight up battle.
Yeah, man, looks good.
I'm looking for everybody to put up a fight and try to stay in this competition.
Your job is to sit still, relax, enjoy the ride.
Let's do it.
Ready to rock it out. Last time I competed, the judges made the wrong decision. I shouldn't have been eliminated, and I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen again.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Time is up. Machines down. No more tattooing. Today, you had to show finesse by tattooing on a difficult body part, the spine. Jason, you went up against Josh. As far as the Empire State Building itself goes, when you have this close of an image of it, those lines have to be exactly parallel in order to really create that structure. And at the top of this thing, before you get to that needle, those lines are a little bit wobbly.
Putting the needle through the letter was a bad idea. His name has got to be more important to him than this needle, and you should not change the shape of that letter.
That was not my intentions. My intentions were to not blow up that building so damn big.
Any which way your intentions were, it changed the eye to anything else but that. You can't change the shape of somebody's letter, their tattoo, regardless of what it is.
Either, Chris. If you would have put that thing any lower with the concave of his back, then your building would have went like that.
I don't think there's that many tattooers in the building that would have run a needle through a letter. And everybody behind you is shaking their head no.
Josh. You were dealt the same hand as Jason was. What was your plan here?
He's a huge dude, and because of the size of his back and because of the concave, I had to do a lot of straightening of lines while I was tattooing.
Obviously, these long lines on this curvature of the body, you're gonna have some warped areas, but overall, it's very clean. Technically, it's a strong tattoo. It really does have a striking image. It's bold.
This was the hardest tattoo of the day by far. I think you did a good job for what you were given.
Time to poll the judges between Josh and Jason.
It's a clear-cut decision here. I mean, one of them stands out and looks strong and technically precise, and go with Josh.
I'm gonna go with Josh as well.
Josh.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You will all have 6 hours to tattoo a new school landmark. And your time starts now.
All right.
I'll go ahead and put the stencil on you now.
If you can't draw on this tattoo, you're definitely gonna have a hard time.
The buildings, I'm gonna make them just really contorted.
This now is crunch time for both teams. I think Ollie and I are in a dead heat. I don't think anybody's really running off with this thing yet. I just want to get to 5, and then I'm gonna show them what's up.
Instead of doing this top part, I'm gonna just make that the top of the torch and bring it back behind there. So it fits? Yeah. Is that a good call?
Yeah. For me as a captain, if my team is supposed to be the strongest and best it can be, then I'm happy to get rid of the weak ones.
This is your final hour.
I'm worried if I go to the bottom today, my report card can't help me too much. I gotta prove that I can be in the top 10.
Our man Tito's in deep.
Yeah, you're not looking good. Drawing is key today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink. Team Nunez, today you had to show artistry by transforming a famous landmark into a new school tattoo. Nikki.
It's questionable whether people are going to recognize this as a Lincoln Memorial. You've got to force that perspective all the way down so you could show both hands, maybe show more of the memorial. The feet should be this big and the head should be this big. That's like a hard forced perspective.
My handicap in this is I've been tattooing for 5 years. I don't know this style very well.
I really dislike the shape of the background. This hard shaped patch looks super off. I hate the cupcake frosting hair all the way around the face. What happened?
I was struggling a lot with making sure that it wasn't too wacky and too unrecognizable.
Your limitations of what you thought was crazy held you back.
Tito.
Testing artistry, I have a multitude of problems with this drawing. The mouth is completely jacked. It's out of shape. Statue of Liberty, 7 points on her crown. You have 6. And that last point on the other side of the head, there's no way that point is connected to that crown and the direction that crown is turning.
New school, you bend it.
Weird choices. This is where your artistry has fallen short. You should have just looked at the Statue of Liberty and drawn your own version.
Time to hear from the jury of peers. Team Peck, why did you vote Tito to the bottom?
There was just so many things wrong with it. The hairline, the eyes, the eyebrows. He was thinking just because it's new school, he could just do whatever with it, but it still gotta look good.
But does it look like a Statue of Liberty? All day.
Tito, where did you even try in the drawing process?
The biggest letdown of this whole thing is just doing a floating head. It's a monument. And if all you're gonna do to stay in this competition is draw a head, then you wrote your own ticket.
You know I got the fundamental. Some of the people, they can't pull straight line from day one.
Keywords today was a landmark, Nikki. So you needed to show more of the image.
I think it's not being completely knowledgeable of what new school is.
It's just that
I didn't put his whole body in there.
We don't know that this is the memorial. That's the main issue. Judges, time to determine who's going home.
Tito.
Chris?
Tito.
My vote is also for Tito. The judges have decided. Tito, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Today, you must tattoo a black and gray, realistic U.S. landmark.
What? Shit.
Wow. Fail to impress the judges, and you will be going home. Good luck.
How's it going, man? I'm Bob.
Nice meeting you. Hi, Ram. How's it going? Today, I'm not looking for these guys to do a portrait of a landmark. I'm looking for these artists to render a landmark any way they see fit.
The Portland Headlight. It's a lighthouse known for being on a rock ledge.
This is a tough ask. The landmark has to be recognizable. Otherwise, it could just be a corner in your block.
I gotta look up pictures of what Independence Hall looks like.
Black and gray, realism, that's my thing. And honestly, I'm not even worried about the ribs. It's just, I don't think we're gonna be able to find a picture that'll fit that area and make it look good. That's my only concern.
I don't have very many other areas.
When I picked this canvas, 50% of my strategy was being able to move it. But she doesn't have any open areas.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff.
So, I'm now.
This side is open.
Yeah, that would be the ribs.
What was your idea? Was the White House?
The White House, yeah.
The White House. Lower back wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't a realism day. Left or right, which one do you feel better about today?
So you don't think in the middle?
Just because of how this dip kind of happens in there.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put across there is kind of going to have like an indent, and it's never going to be like flat. If I have to put the White House in the center of his lower back, there will be warping, and it's just not going to fit well.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get two like lower back tattoos. That's the only thing.
I gotcha. If I can't move this placement, then even done great, it's going to be bad.
I kind of really just want it in the center. I'm not going to get two tramp stamps.
I'm in trouble. It does a weird thing when it's on you, and it makes it look very convex. It's gonna look weird. Do you have anything hip area at all?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I could do that.
This one here?
Yeah. I can make that work.
You all right? I can't tell what that means, man. You just keep laughing.
From the first line I pull, this dude is in excruciating pain.
Oh my God.
I don't even have the needle on you right now.
Oh, that won't hurt, Ty.
It's a nightmare. I cannot get any area of solid, clean tattooing on this guy, and I'm
All right, let's take like a 3-minute break and throw some water on my face.
Oh my God.
I don't want to throw up on you.
It sucks to know that after all the hard work, I could be going home because this guy can't sit still.
4 hours left. You have 4 hours remaining, everybody.
Yeah, my parents would probably like this spot better than the tramp stamp.
It's a mean spot, like the one on the back there. I'm feeling much better about doing this tattoo on the thigh, but it's still tricky. It's called the White House, and I have to recreate this in black.
When did you start tattooing?
I started tattooing at 17, and that was 15 years ago. That's what they wanted to see, right? Yeah.
Realism is a time-consuming process. I don't do realism, so I'm trying to race through these last little details.
I don't even know if I'm gonna even put any of the gesture lines because of all the rocks and stuff. It just kind of simplified everything else.
Also, I still have the face of the dam to shade, which is the most important part because that is the monument. If I don't shade the monument, then I am screwed.
Cool, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink. Today, you had to show smooth shading, tattooing a black and gray, realistic U.S. landmark. Let's see how you did. West, you're up. Bob.
The problem is it's such an immense structure that anywhere there is detail is going to be so tiny when you show the whole thing.
I realized that when I got down to doing it.
Did you ever consider not putting the top on and just working up to the rim of the dam?
But it does have those towers, and I didn't want to like omit something that makes it what it is.
Your one area of really nice shading is the face of the dam. Your rocks look really nice on the lower sections. The top just has an unfinished look. I respect your moxie to go for it, but the top of this tattoo is a pretty big miss.
Stay strong, sir. East, you're next. Jessa.
It is pretty messy. It's got rough line work, it's got rough shading. If we look at the underside of the road, all that black is just really stripy.
For me, the real problem is that this road just does not line up with itself, and the fence doesn't line up with itself.
Your illustration is a very smart approach. It's just nothing's real consistent.
Midwest, you're next. Frank.
It's definitely recognizable, but it is very messy. The amount of detail you put in this thing for a 6-hour tattoo is crazy.
We're testing shading today. And yes, you have dark areas, you have mid-tone areas, you have light areas, but there's no gradient, there's no transitions from dark to light.
They're not wrong.
Today, you are being tested on shading. And based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Angel, why did the jury appear send Frank to the bottom?
At almost any point, I can zoom into it and find an issue. For example, look at the right 3 pillars. Those 3 aren't shaded the same at all.
The light's coming from one side, and that's why the pillars are shaded differently as they move back to where the shaded part is.
No, I mean they're shaded differently from each other.
Yeah, because
not
they're
from the other
different
side.
pillars.
They all should have different shading because it is round and the light source is gonna hit it differently.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that I did the best tattoo I've done here. Like, that's not what we're arguing.
But you can tell that's the White House.
So did you disagree in terms of voting Frank down?
Oh, big time. I voted for Bob because his by far the most illegible in the room.
I really wanted to show all the pieces of the dam. I've been there before. If I had just chopped it off at the top, I'm gonna get ridiculed forever for being like, yeah, but that's not the full dam. You didn't include the other power unit.
Not by me.
At least it's architecturally correct. The Brooklyn Bridge, the bridge does not pass through that giant concrete slab that's at the bottom.
It's still recognizable as what it is.
But it's wrong. Like, you're doing a national landmark. It should be correct and true to the landmark.
I wish that I could have put some more stuff into there, but I mean, it does look like the Brooklyn Bridge.
All right, judges, it is time to determine who's going home.
Out of all 3 of these tattoos, Jessa's tattoo had the best approach on this thing and still lost it.
But I would say that Jessa's tattoo still looks like the bridge.
Yes.
When I look at Bob's tattoo, it takes me a moment to figure out, oh, this is the Hoover Dam.
The thing about Bob's tattoo is his black's not solid in the water, but the bottom section is carefully rendered. At least there's a glimmer of application. Jessa, for what little there is everywhere in this, from line work to shading, there is not little problems, but major problems. Jessa, my vote's for you.
My vote is for Jessa.
The judges have decided. Jessa, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Yeah, I don't think I could get out of my head, man.
You proved your mettle to yourself. You got everything in front of you. Take it and run with it.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Come here.
Good job.
Thanks.